Welcome back to my channel, everybody. If you don't know who I am, my name is Lindsay and I am the review queen. Today, I'm doing a really special review. I'm not reviewing something that I bought from the store. I'm reviewing something that I made with my own two hands. I made my own pumpkin spice chocolate chip or chocolate chunk cookie. And of course, there's no sponsor because I made it. I'll put the recipe that I used down in the description box so you guys can see it for yourself. So this is not a recipe that I made myself. This is someone else's recipe that I followed. And I made this, I think this is like the third year in a row that I've made this particular type of pumpkin spice chocolate chunk cookie or chocolate chip cookie. Chocolate chips are a little bit expensive here, so I decided to be a cheap, cheap. And just get a chocolate bar, a milk chocolate bar, and cut it up and then put it in the dough and stuff. So let's review it. It smells good. Now I do know that this might be biased because I didn't make it. But sometimes you can make something and it's like, Now I was hoping when I made it this size, it would be a little bit more crispy, but that should not be an issue. Whenever I make this recipe in particular, it's always soft like this, springy. But yeah, it's cooked and stuff. So let me taste it. Oh my God. Y'all, since I did not make it with chocolate chips, and I made it with a chocolate bar, in particular, Marabou milk chocolate, nothing in it, this tastes so good. Real so good. The pumpkin spice is not overwhelming, so it doesn't make it unpleasant. And the chocolate, particularly the Marabou chocolate, makes it good. So, okay, Marabou is not sponsoring this video, just to be on the safe side. And yes, I made it with an actual pumpkin. I made my own pumpkin puree. And yeah, because we don't have canned pumpkin here in Sweden. Pumpkin's not really a big thing here yet. We do have some pumpkin flavored stuff, but it's mostly at places like Espresso House and stuff. It's not something that a lot of Swedes eat. But, yeah, they mostly use pumpkin right now as decoration versus food. You do have some, you do have spaghetti squash, and you do have dill cat, if I said that right. And then you have butternut squash, which technically in Sweden is considered pumpa or pumpkin. But the pumpkin that we know in the States, a lot of Swedes don't really use typically in their cooking and stuff. But this has actual pumpkin in it. Now, why I did not record myself making cookies? Because sometimes, and I guess you guys saw this when I did the pumpkin spice blend that I made, my own pumpkin spice blend, how big of a disaster I can be. Yeah, well, there's been times where I made cookies and it was a little bit disastrous. This time it actually went well, but because I've had a history of it going really weird, even though the cookie cake turned out good at the end, I just didn't feel like risking it. So maybe next year I'll get a little bit more confidence and stuff and film myself making pumpkin spice chocolate chip or chocolate chunk cookies. But for now, I'm just going to review my own cookie. And the Marabou chocolate, cutting up the Marabou chocolate bar and putting it in the cookie mix or the cookie dough, takes it on to a whole nother level. It's nice and soft, and, sometimes pumpkin spice can actually overwhelm things. If you're from the States, have you noticed that? Where, having pumpkin spice can override something sometimes. But this uses 2 tablespoons of pumpkin spice, and that's just enough. So, yeah. Mmm. So good. So good. Mmm. I think it's awesome when you can make something on your own and the results are good. It just feels extra satisfying. And keep in mind, we don't have pumpkin. Like I said, pumpkin's not used much in Sweden with cooking. The pumpkin that we all know in the States. You know, where was I going with that? But, anyway, yeah, there's no store-bought pumpkin spice cookies in Sweden. If you really want something with pumpkin in it, you have to make it yourself. And, you know, if you want anything with pumpkin in it, you basically got to, like, by the way, here's a good hack that I learned from online. And I also put that in the description box too, even though it's for spaghetti squash. It works with pumpkin too. But if you use an air fryer and you cut it small enough where it can fit in an air fryer, you put it on for 20 minutes. And here in Sweden, we use Celsius, so it's like 185 degrees Celsius. And I think it's something else in the States, but that temperature is going to be in the recipes. You guys can read that for yourself. So they both have Celsius and Fahrenheit in that recipe. I just remember what it was in Celsius. So yeah, if you use an air fryer to roast or to make a pumpkin or a spaghetti squash or, you know, a butternut pumpkin soft, do so. I mean, you don't have to worry about cutting yourself trying to get the shell off. The air fryer does that for you, and you just peel it off. You don't have to worry about cutting yourself or anything like that. Or in my case, for the longest time, I boiled the pumpkin after I cut it. I cut it into pieces and I boiled it in water for like 20 minutes. And then I pureed it in the blender. That's how I did pumpkin spice. But now, you know, putting it in an air fryer for 20 minutes on 185 degrees Celsius, that just makes it that softens the shell enough where you can actually peel it off, which is so much better. So much better. And I've also made, I know I'm not reviewing this, but I've made a pumpkin and mushroom bonkers. So yeah. I'm so glad I discovered this reading recipes and stuff online, because that was such a good hack to learn. Well, y'all, that's today's video. It's a short video today. Smash like the video if you like this. If you subscribe, I'll be absolutely delighted. Let me know in the comments if you ever done anything with the air fryer when it comes to pumpkins or butternut squashes or any other squash that you roasted in the air fryer, or what your favorite pumpkin recipe is. Yeah, you can even say what your favorite butternut squash recipe is, your favorite spaghetti squash recipe. Anything involving fall. Favorite fall recipe you can mention in the description box. Or what you like to eat all year round. I mean, it doesn't really matter for me. So yeah. Well, y'all, talk to you later. Toodles.